Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to RaiderIO's Race to World First Daily Recap with me, your host, Rookery. I'm here to bring you all of the nail-biting kills, heartbreaking wipes, and player shenanigans from Day 4 of the race through Nerub-ar Palace. We saw impressive progression from 4 different Chinese guilds, with Z-Box, Zhitianghong, Huaoguao Heroes, and Endmyth all working on Brood Twister. Despite their considerable lead up to this point, Endmyth are now over 200 pulls into this boss, and have found their best pull of 29.6%, surpassed by Huaoguao Hero, who managed to reach 28.2% in only 63 pulls. Z-Box, currently 3rd in the region, are sitting at 92 total pulls and a best of 40.2%, while the 4th place spot, Zhitianghong, have managed to reach 65.2% after only 25 pulls. Our EU frontrunners Echo started the day with keys and more splits once again.
As we're heading into split number, well, they didn't make numbers this high.
As well as some light caster torture.
Holy mother of God! It feels like Satan is having a party in my mouth.
Oh, that burns!
Oh, Lord!
Oh.
Whew. Okay.
Before returning to Brood Twister and getting right to work whittling the boss down and slowly hitting new best percentages. But finally, after a heartbreaking 2% wipe, Echo managed to claim their world's 2nd Brood Twister Ovenex.
Making sure the rest of the raid stays alive, but there we go, the boss is dropping lower and lower, as the raid certainly is bleeding out very slowly, but there it is!
We are all tied up here in Cologne!
They move on to join Liquid in Nexus-Princess Ky'veza progression, where they took advantage of the last hour of their raid to go dark once again in the hopes of testing out a new strat. We don't know what this secret strat looks like just yet, but we know that they put in 13 pulls and brought the boss down to 73.3% already, which seems like much faster progress than Liquid. Method also dove back into Brood Twister in the hopes of snagging that world's 2nd kill, but unfortunately it was not to be. We did see a lot of incredible progression from them today though, with a new best pull of 30% at the start of the raid day, to 18.3%, 6.7%, and then after 114 pulls, 5.7%. We're not sure if the tanks were just distracted or what, but we're confident they will come back, shake it off, and return today for the kill.
Shake it off, bud.
Shake it off. You're full of energy.
Like as sad as Taylor Swift ever.
Liquid, having done their splits and way too much Mythic Plus earlier in the week, were able to start their day with Nexus-Princess Ky'veza, a fight that only looks more and more terrifying the more best pulls we get to see of it.
Look at the composition though, as we do have some adjustments coming in here.
3 mages.
Yeah, we've got the 3rd wizard in.
We saw several comp swaps, including bringing in a 3rd arcane mage to help with the damage check on this boss. After several hours of pure geometry, Liquid did hit an incredible new best pull at 38.5%. Following an evening boss nerf, the team approached Ky'veza with renewed vigor and found even more success, including a longer look at the enrage and a new best pull of 21.01%. As the casters explained, this fight requires absolute mechanical perfection and an incredible amount of healing. Even after the nerf to Ky'veza's health pool and one of her major damage over time abilities, each damage dealer still needs to be putting out around 1.2 million DPS. So we're still not sure that this fight will be killed this week. Max is sure though, and his confidence in his team is honestly infectious.
We did pretty good near the end of that. I think we're gonna kill this boss in the morning.
Instant Dollars saw some substantial progress on Brood Twister, with a new best of 26.6% after 89 pulls. This puts them ahead of the CN guilds for the remainder of the evening, though this ranking may change again as the morning hits and the CN guilds get back to the grind. Over 115 guilds now sit at the substantial wall that awaits them after their mythic Rashanon kill, with only 2 guilds in the world having moved on to 5 out of 8 mythic. It's rare that we see such a massive disparity between the tippy-top groups and the rest of the hardcore raid scene. Many mythic guilds are currently unsure how to proceed with the rest of their raid week, given that both Brood Twister and Ky'veza are such difficult bosses, especially compared to the earlier parts of the raid. Stay tuned on the courageous guilds that are facing their 5th boss. RaiderIO/RWF has all the 24/7 coverage you could possibly need. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've been Rookery, and you've been watching RaiderIO's Race to World First Daily Recap. See you tomorrow, and happy weekend!